Hi, this is Joe Sakurai of the Wolves. You're watching ABP Touchdown on IBC 13.
And we're back. This is ABP Touchdown, and now we're recapping Game 2 of Week 4.
Wolves versus the Knights. Sa tingin natin, mga kabangga, sino nanalo doon? Obviously, it's the Wolves. The score was
atrocious.
77-0, 78-0.
Yes.
I can't even remember, man.
But again, our young buck Joe and his counterpart on the other side,
Alvin De La Cruz.
Alvin De La Cruz. Those guys, you guys showed a lot of heart, a lot of sportsmanship. We thank you for that. That's what the crowd wants. That's what the crowd needs. That's what we need. And just keep pushing on, buddy. Keep pushing on.
Well, I spoke to a lot of the fans there that day, and that's really what came out. Where they were saying they noticed that even though the Knights lost and they got smoked, they showed a lot of heart, and they never gave up. But at some point, I think the league's gonna have to figure out some sort of ruling to sort of help out the teams.
They came short-handed. I mean, they were like around 22 players as against the
Full squad.
Probably a full
Yes.
squad. Man.
Speaking of rotation, Troy Lynch is back.
Yeah,
His
man.
vacation from Hawaii. He got the start,
Welcome back.
and he immediately made an impact. Threw a touchdown to Miguel de la Peña for a touchdown, and their new running back from the Volcanoes.
What's his name? Chris Hettle.
Hedl?
Yeah, Chris
Hedl?
Hettle.
Wow. 45-yard run. Broke about 3 tackles on the way. He's not bashful to lay the hit on the offense, man.
Fantastic run.
We got Chambers for a highlight punt return touchdown.
Yes, Chambers.
It was like 60 yards.
Again, special teams. How many onside kicks did they attempt? I think
they attempted 4. I think they won 1 or 2
yes,
onside kicks.
yes. And again, their defense, they're sound. They're clicking on all cylinders. Defense from Evan got just continue to harass. The quarterback was under duress. My man
Talking
Joe
about
was
the
running.
defense, we have Preston Lynch intercepting 2 balls.
Yes, one for a touchdown, right?
One for a touchdown.
Yes.
We have even the D-line. We're having some interceptions like Miggy Valdez.
Mhm.
I think he also got a touchdown run for that
yes.
interception.
And
Brian
Mabuhay,
Mabuhay.
yeah, got a touchdown.
Special mention also to the running back number 21, Jumola.
Jamola.
He's having an amazing year so far.
Yes, yes. And again, special teams. DJ Mello scored a touchdown for his. Is that a touchdown or was that a 2-point attempt? No.
I think it might have been a 2-point.
I think it was
Yeah.
2-point attempt.
Yes, but all his PATs were perfect. So,
As usual.
hey, that guy is solid. He's a game turner, man.
Well, you played against the Wolves, right? And so, what's your take on the Wolves and why they're doing so amazing this year?
We're just stacked. I think the Wolves are every position to have an all-star or a potential all-star. Potential Aguilas player in every single position. If you try to dissect the defense, you know how the most weak spot, right? That's what you want to do. But then you can't find it in the Wolves. Like he's a player, he's a good player. You have Steve Smith on one side, Evan on one side. You have Lynch in the backfield. You try to find it somewhere, but it's just hard. I think it's the classic example of you make you better. I make you better, you make me better.
Pero wala kang na-pirate sa Wolves during your recruitment stuff.
No, we didn't do it. We were recruiting the same players, all the rugby players, but they wanted to play for the Wolves, and it's a great system. I think they're developing the first ever system, unquote system here in the Philippines, and it's surgical. Just gotta give it to them.
Yes, yes.
All right, guys. So that about does it for Week 4. ABP Touchdown. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Joe Caraga from Renegades Football. Don't touch that channel. ABP Touchdown. We'll be right back.
Have you been to Skippy's lately? Great food from sunup to sundown. With the longest happy hour on this side of town. And 10 peso chicken wings all day, Monday to Wednesday. Where you can watch your favorite sports live all day, every day. Skippy's Bar and Grill, a piece of Australia in the Philippines, mate. At the Forum BGC. For reservations, call 866-0578 or 949-888-9300.
I'm Khalil Tan of the Wolves. You're watching ABP Touchdown.
Jerox, we are here again. Fundamentals Football 101. Let's talk about line of scrimmage, pare.
The line of scrimmage is established as soon as the ball is put into play. They advance the ball wherever the ball stops. That's your perpetual line of scrimmage, both vertical and horizontal.
So for example, dito dumapo ang bola, dito na down. So ang line of scrimmage is also what you call the neutral zone. Itong size na to, papuntay mo sa left, papuntay mo sa right, that is your neutral zone. Kapag nag-penetrate ang isang player dyan, whether offense or defense, bago galawin ng center yung ball, violation na ganyan. So we're talking about violations, we have 3 categories basically. We have the 5 yards, the 10 yards, and the 15 yards.
That's the biggest one.
So, pag-usapan natin yung 15 yards.
15 yards are basically personal fouls, intentional fouls, such as face mask is number one of those.
Common.
Yeah, face mask and horse collar. Face mask is when an opposing player grabs another player's face mask.
Whether it's intentional or unintentional, as long as mahawakan mo yung face mask niya, 15 yards sa kanan.
15 yards penalty.
And you mentioned face collar.
That is making a tackle or a stop using the back shoulder pads of the player and pulling it down. That is for safety reasons. In the past, a lot of players was injured and ended career by that.
And of course, yung common rin natin is unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
15 yards yan. Ano mga samples ng unsportsmanlike conduct?
Fighting.
Illegal naman yung mga hits natin.
No. You make an illegal hit is of course during the play.
Oh, a tackle.
Okay, but you can also make an illegal hit during the play is when you extend an open fist with a blow with intention to hurt or harm the other player.
So suntukan na talaga yun.
Suntukan na yun.
Hindi tayo MMA, no?
No. And of course, officials can't go after the officials.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a personal foul,
Right.
and you will be ejected from the game.
10 yards. Let's talk about 10 yards naman. The most common would be a holding 10 yards.
Holding. The
Yeah.
offensive player cannot hold another defensive player from going after the ball. Explain holding?
Yeah, ang holding natin, may legal at saka may illegal yan. Yung legal holding natin is when alisin ko muna ito ay meron tayong sa front may shoulder pads. Kapag hinawakan dito, legal yan, legal. Pero, for example, si J-Rox pupunta dito sa quarterback ko. Hawak-hawak ko pa rin siya, tumatakbo ng ganyan. That is illegal holding. You have to let him go. So that's 10 yards
That's 10
penalty.
yards, yes.
So 5 yards, pag-usapan natin 5 yards, no?
5 yards are the more common plays, penalties, such as
False start,
false starts,
offsides, encroachment.
encroachments.
Pag-usapan natin ng false start, ito yung pinaka-common eh. Ano ba ang false start?
When they move before the movement of the ball. Once the quarterback says set, everyone is set. Nobody can move except for one motion offensive player. He can move. But more than that, he cannot.
Okay. Ano naman ang offside? Ang offside naman, is when, remember I mentioned the neutral zone, di ba? Kapag yung any part of his body, the helmet, the foot, ay nag-penetrate sa neutral zone before the ball is snapped, that's a penalty. That's a 5-yard penalty. Now, we talk about penalties, di ba? Paano ba ginagawa itong penalties? When we say 5 yards, for example, the offense, nagkamali sila. So, they got a 5-yard penalty. Anong mangyayari doon?
They move them backwards
Atras sila. Tama.
with the same given down.
So, ilan na ngayon ang yards na kailangan? For example, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, they get a 5-yard penalty. They'll move it 5 yards, so they'll have 1st and 15 to go.
Layo na nun. Akala nila
So
malapit
on.
yan, ha?
Yes,
So, pag 10 yards naman ang na-violate ng offense,
10 yards,
20.
1st and 20, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage backwards. Now, again, the same thing can happen for the defense.
Exactly.
Okay? From the line of scrimmage or some parts from the spot of the foul. So, let's say it's a holding penalty, all right? A cornerback holds a wide receiver. They make a completion on the other side. There's a penalty on this side. The spot of the ball plus 10 yards, which will be start of the first down.
All right. Again, we have 5 yards, we have 10 yards, we have 15 yards.
From the line of scrimmage.
All right. J-Rox, thank you again. Fundamentals, Football 101.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Brian Taylor from Renegade Football. You're watching ABP Touchdown.
Have you been to Skippy's lately? Great food from sunup to sundown with the longest happy hour on this side of town. and 10 peso chicken wings all day, Monday to Wednesday, where you can watch your favorite sports live all day, every day. Skippy's Bar and Grill, a piece of Australia in the Philippines, mate. At the Forum BGC. For reservations, call 866-0578 or 949-888-9300.